as we gently try to contract from front to back, we use the mudra with the ring finger pressing against the thumb, and we use the mantra VAM. So take a deep breath in and we go VAM. 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 Release the mudra and continue. VAM. One last time. VAM. Now we bring our awareness behind the navel, and there we do the sound RAM. Take a deep breath in and keep the mudra with the middle finger pressing against the thumb, and we go RAM. 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 Release the mudra and continue. RAM. 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 Last time. RAM. Now we bring the awareness in between the breasts in the middle of the body, and here we do the sound YAM, and we hold the index finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. YAM. 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 Yum. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Yum. Yum. One last time. Yum. Yum. Bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do the sound hum. Keep the thumbs up mudra with a loose fist. Take a deep breath in. Hum. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Hum. Now to the middle of the head, and there we do the mantra chum. And again, keep the thumbs up mudra. Take a deep breath in. Chum. 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 Release the mudra one last time. Chum. Bring the awareness to the top of the head. And here we do Om with the same thumbs up mudra. Let's continue. Take a deep breath in. Om. Om. Release the mudra and continue. Om. 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 Last time. Om. Now we go on to our happy face breathing, our Ujjayi Pranayama. So those of you who know that, please proceed. And those of you who are new to it, close your eyes and observe your throat. Keep your eyes closed throughout and keep observing the throat. And now make a big smile and see what happens to the throat. You'll feel a slight stretch in the throat. Keep the awareness in the stretch in the throat. And as you inhale and exhale, feel the air rubbing in the throat. So let's continue. And of course, each of you in your own capacity may breathe a little faster or slower, but I'll show you how I breathe by lifting up my hand as I inhale and bringing it down as I exhale. Namita Nayak, it'll be better if you bring your chin slightly lower, and I see you're rocking. If you can be still, it'll be good. Now let's go on to our mantra. Haim Im Am. 3 syllables. Haim Im Am. And you don't say this mantra verbally. You visualize a line from the sternum going up to the top of the head and visualize the vibration going along the line. Haim Im Am. Haim Im Am. Haim Im Am. But you don't say it verbally, just mentally.
Dr. Rajan, what mudra should we use, hand mudra, when you do this?
No mudra.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
Now bring your awareness to the chest and the lungs in particular and feel the vibration, Haim, Haim, Haim vibrating. All these silent mantras have no correlation with the breath. The breath goes on its own, but the mantra, the way in which goes, it is different. So continue. Now we'll go on to our spinal alignment exercise, beginning with the neck. As you exhale, gently bring one ear towards the shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bring the other ear towards the shoulder. And inhale, come back up. And continue. Now, as you inhale and come back up, we begin rotation. We turn the head as if looking over one shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, look over the other shoulder. And inhale, come back and continue. Now, as we inhale, take the head back, and exhale, bring the chin towards the chest. As you exhale, bring the chin towards the chest, and we start rotation. Inhale, half a circle, and exhale, complete the circle, 360-degree rotation. Now let's go in the opposite direction. Okay. Now, let's go on to the shoulder exercises. Yes, the alternate shoulder exercises. Inhale, lift up one shoulder, and exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Inhale the other shoulder, exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Continue. Okay. Now raise your hands up. Inhale, make the palms perpendicular to the forearm and stretch out your thumbs. Exhale, thumb in and make a downward facing fist. Continue. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. Now, as you inhale, make half a rotation around the wrist and exhale, complete the rotation. Inhale and exhale. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now let's do backward rotation. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now bring the elbows in line with the shoulders and we go around the wrist. Inhale and exhale. There is also movement around the knuckles and the elbows and a little bit around the shoulders too. Inhale and exhale. Continue. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, let's interlock the hands and bring it behind the head. And as you exhale, we turn to one side. 1, to the other side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now release the hands and we do both shoulders together. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, rotate back and bring it down. Continue. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we can bring our hands up just above the hips on the back with the fingers facing downward. And as you inhale this time, push on one hand and make a backward arch. When you make the backward arch, because you're pushing in one hand, it will bend slightly to one side, but not too much. And exhale, come back. Inhale, go the other side, and exhale, come back. Continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't need to go too much sideways. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, cross your hand over the opposite knee, and as you exhale, take the other hand behind. Inhale, come back, and exhale, cross the other way and turn. Inhale, come back and continue.
Dr. Rajan,
Yes.
remember I request you to do that exercise.
We'll do it.
Thank you. ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ છે રાજન રાજીવ રાજો નો કંપની બેઠું કે મને વિલાસ તમને મોકલશે તમારે બિંદુને ફોન કરવાનો છે આપણે તમારા હા એના બર્થડે છે ને તો તમે એની કંચન બેન જોડે જ વાત કરજો.
Can you please mute yourself? Bal Mukund, you can make me a co-host. Okay, now we cross one leg over the knee and hold the knee, and as with your interlocked hands, and as you exhale, you not only pull in but cross it over and turn your head to the same side as the leg you're holding. Inhale, release, and exhale, turn. Continue. Let's cross the opposite knee and let's go. Exhale, pull, inhale, release. Okay. Now we can go on to the cycling exercise. Inhale, lift up one leg, and exhale, stretch it and bring it up. Let's go 2, 3, 4, 5, And last of all, 6. Let's go to the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Now we bring our hands slightly behind us and place it on the chair behind you, or hold the sides of the chair. And those of you who are sitting on the floor, just keep your palms for the fingers forward oriented right on the floor behind you. Now take a deep breath in and lift up the shoulder and make a backward arch. And inhale and exhale and stay there. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, slowly bring the hands forward, straighten yourself, and interlock the palms and stretch it out. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, turn to one side, and inhale, come back. Exhale, turn to the other side, and inhale, come back. Now, let's bring the hand the other way. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, turn to one side and inhale, come back. Exhale the other way and inhale, come back. Now, bring your hands above and inhale, stretch up. Now, with the next inhalation, lift up the right shoulder from the right hip and lean to the left. And inhale and exhale and stay there. Now, take a deep breath in, lift up the left shoulder from the left hip and tilt to the right. Now take a deep breath in and come to the middle. Now, as you inhale, lift up the pelvis, lift up the shoulders, straighten the elbows, and push on your fingers. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, release your fingers and bend at your elbows, and then push the elbows backward. And continue pushing it backward as you slowly lower, and feel how it aligns your back as you fully come down. Now we are ready for our deep breathing, Bhastrika Pranayam. And so there are 2 ways in which to do it. I will demonstrate both ways. The easy way for some of the people may be to keep the hand in the belly. As you exhale, it goes in. As you inhale, the belly comes out, and then continue to inhale, the chest expands. As you continue to inhale, the shoulder pulls back as the upper lungs breathes in. And as you exhale, slowly relax down, and the abdominal area goes in. You can breathe that way. The other way is you can keep your hands in a loose fist with the elbows by the side of the chest. And as you inhale, feel the belly come out. And as the chest fills up and it expands sideways, lift up the elbows. And then as the upper lungs fills in, stretch back with your palm open and shoulder pulled back, And as you exhale, close the fist and come back as the chest collapses and the abdominal area goes in. So let's do whatever you like. Loose fist now. Let's begin. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. We'll continue for 10 more breaths because we don't have time for the second round. Let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. And 10. Exhale. Bring down the hands, keep the eyes closed, and observe the sensations in your head. Observe how the sensations move from the head downward. Srijit, do you have the co-host controls? Can you mute? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't have it, Naren.
That's fine. So he took care of it. So now, when the sensations subside in your head and they have gone down, Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. You can have both your palms facing upward, one over the other, with the thumb touching each other. If you have a personal mantra, you can do it. Otherwise, just watch your breath and keep listening to the Om that I'm going to play in the background. Mentally tell yourself, let me be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, raise your hands and bring it 6 inches in front of your face and look straight into the palm of your hand. 6:30, and those who want to leave can leave, and the others can ask questions, and can also, we can continue with the Yoga Sutras. Now, if anybody wants to introduce themselves, people who have come in new, Mamata Garg has come for the first time. So Minuji, you want to introduce yourself? You can just unmute yourself and say hello to everyone.
Namaste, everyone. I've been coming here, but without the video. It's really nice to join the group, and I've dedicated this 1 hour to this program every day now onwards. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste. Anybody else who has come in who hasn't introduced himself or herself, please just speak up.
Hi, this is Hiro Suri. I'm joining for the first time. My friend just introduced me this site this morning only when we talked, and he said he's coming here. And I'm a 79 years old guy, so I think breathing is something very important. So I joined it and I really enjoyed the session.
Very nice. Where are you based?
I'm in Pine Beach, New Jersey.
Oh, wonderful.
It's 50 miles east of Princeton, New Jersey. Nobody knows Pine Beach.
Yes. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Okay. So I see some question has come in the chat box. What do we, okay. Okay. One question I didn't understand. Saroj Shah has said, what are you saying after this exercise? I don't know which exercise. And why do we look at the palm of the hand after the meditation? And the other question is, how can you lower the bad cholesterol? Okay. So why do we look at the hand after the meditation? And this is because when we are in meditation, our energy is conserved, and when we open our eyes, the energy dissipates. And that energy, if you keep the eyes closed for a long time, many of you know from the Mahabharata how Gandhari asked Duryodhan to have a bath and come, and she would give a kavach or a shield just by opening her eyes, because she had shut it for many, many years. So that is the kind of energy shield that the eye can give. And what you do is you take the energy back into you by opening the palm. And this tradition is there in many places. You will find that in the Indian system, when people wake up in the morning, first thing they're supposed to look up their hand when they open their eyes. So that is one tradition. Now, you also know from the Islamic tradition, when they do their salat, when they finish this thing, they bring and look into the palm of the hands. So all of it is really the spiritual energy you're working with from whichever tradition you come from. Now, the other question about how can you reduce the bad cholesterol? So that is the bad cholesterol is the low density cholesterol. The primary reason for all of this is really the two things. One is stress in the system, and the other is a lack of enough exercise. Now, there are some people who are genetically prone, okay? And in these cases, you see, I have to refer back to a very a highly decorated physician, a person by the name of Dr. B.M. Hegde. He used to be the head of the Manipal Medical School in India. And now he is around 80, and he still does a lot of nonprofit work, and he lectures in a lot of places. And if you go and put the name B.M. Hegde in the YouTube, you'll see many of his lectures. This gentleman says that the modern medicine approach of looking at a person's blood profile in terms of risk factors is a complete waste of medical resources, and you are in the process of doing that, you may be creating other issues for the person. So in his view, first ask the person, how are you feeling? If you are feeling healthy and you're in good shape, and if your numbers over there are slightly off here, there, should you pay attention to the numbers? Dr. Hegde says maybe that is an inappropriate way of dealing with it. And so look at multiple factors, how you're feeling. Somebody just posted, how about triglycerides? You see, the easiest way to get rid of triglycerides is enough cardiovascular exercise. So if you go running or, walking on a treadmill for 1 hour every day, you'll find in a matter of 3 weeks, your triglycerides will come down. Triglycerides are a lot easier to handle than the cholesterol. So, and another option for you is do this Bhastrika Pranayam 10 rounds daily. 10 rounds will take you half an hour. And just the deep breathing alone will also help you if you cannot go out. So any case, so much for that. Now, any other quick questions, or can we go to the Yoga Sutras?
Dr. Rajan, I have a quick question.
Yes, go ahead.
No, I mean, this is not for our age group, but I know from your experience, has Nadi Yoga helped with couples with fertility problems? Or
Okay, I will answer this question. Jyoti Surti raised her hand, but let me hear her question also.
okay.
Go ahead. Okay, you need to unmute yourself.
Do you suggest any mantra for pain in the chest right now?
Okay, that's fine. You can mute yourself.
Okay.
Well, you see, I don't know what is the cause of your pain, and there is no mantra that I can tell you right now. But if this is something ongoing, or if you think this is an issue, you need to probably talk to your doctor first. Now, did the pain come on after your exercise? Okay, so Veera Chinnam, I'll answer your question. See, the thing is, you see, this fertility issue is a very complicated issue. If you go back and look at the tradition, you will find that the couple can be together for many, many years, and they may never have a child. And the other side of it is the couple are barely close to each other without, very, very close contact, and a child comes. And so the question that comes is, what is it that makes it happen? It is a question of vibrations. If you talk to fertility doctors, they will tell you that if you take the egg and the sperms from the man and the egg from the woman, and you bring them close together, there'll be some instances where when the sperm comes close to towards the egg, they will lose all the vitality and they'll stop. They won't move. But by the same token, if they are independent of that, they are okay. So it's a question of the vibrations are not correct, right? So you can try with certain mantra vibrations to see whether it can be induced. Okay.
Mantra vibration.
Yeah. But in all cases, you know, we call it as the grace of the Lord when it's meant to happen. And otherwise, we cannot, you know, fully grasp this matter and go forward with it. Okay. And
Raj-
somebody asked the question about immune system. Well, if you are deeply relaxed and if you are sleeping well, your immune system is automatically taken care of, right? So make sure you have very good sleep. And I was just looking, Kamleshi is somewhere here. I was looking at her video from some time back. She had actually posted over here that after doing for a couple of weeks, she's no longer on sleeping pills and she's feeling very, very good. Okay. So in other words, our whole session is geared towards a deep relaxation so that the body is in a state where it can fall asleep. So now let's go on to the Yoga Sutras.
Rajanji, I put one question in there in the chat box about fibromyalgia, that can it cure this our mantras or yoga pranayam?
Okay, all of fibromyalgia could, but this is something which we have to work with a person individually, and we need to take the biowell reading to understand where the source of the problem is. Okay, because the reducing stress will prevent the fibromyalgia from becoming worse, but to reverse it will take a little more targeted effort with mantras. So we'll need to work individually with that person. So let's go on to the Yoga Sutras today. So many of you know where we were. We were in the 3rd chapter of the Yoga Sutras. We are talking of all the siddhis that will come. So we will go further. From here, we ended at Sutra 41. And that basically says, if you conquer the samana prana, then in which case you can conquer, you can actually create heat whereby you can conquer the heat as well, and heat and light. But now let's go on to Sutra number 42. Srotra akashayoho sambandha samyamat divya srotram. Srotra means to hear. Akasha is space, sky. If you can, sambandha is association. Samyama is the focus on that. And then with that, what can happen is you can have cosmic hearing. Divya is actually, Diva means light. So Divya is hearing that is associated with light, which means vibrations that go beyond common sound. Okay. So like what dogs can hear and all other sounds of space and things like that. So you can you can hear all of that. Next is Sutra number 43. Kaya akashayoho sambandha samyamat laghu tula samapatte cha akasha gamanam. Okay, this is saying how you can fly through the space. There is no magic carpet needed. You yourself are that. So how you can go through that is you can become as light as cotton wool. Laghu means light. Tula means cotton wool. Samapate, like the cotton wool, light cotton wool. And how can you become that? By Kaya is the body and Akasha is the space. And in that, by associating your body with the space and doing the samyama process on that, you become light. And you can do that. So next, go on to 44. Bahi akalpita vrittihi maha videha tataha prakasha avarana chayaha. Okay, so what happens is prakasha means light. The inner light is our purity. Avarana is the covering. Shayaha means decaying or going away. So what happens is the covering of our inner light goes away or is broken down and is dissolved. And how does that happen? Is tataha is by that, but how does it happen? Bahi akalpita vritti mahavideha. Mahavideha means big, beyond the body, something that is beyond the body. And what do you do? Bahi means big, akalpita means something you cannot imagine, vritti is activation. So you essentially activate a sense of you being beyond, outside this body. And if you do that, then the covering of your inner light, which is in the form of your aura being small, it opens out it takes away all the unwanted stuff in your that's covering your light. That way your aura becomes larger. And so that's how you the process of destroying unwanted covering of your inner purity, inner light. Sthula Swarupa, Sutra 45. Sthula Swarupa, Sukshma Anvaya, Arthatvatva, Samyamat, Bhuta Jayaha. Sthula is gross, and Sthula Swarupa means our gross form, and Sukshma is the subtle form. Anvaya is to associate that, and Arthatva. So you, in that association, you look for what it means, and you do samyama on it. Then in which case you can conquer anything of matter. Bhuta is anything of matter. And then the next sutra, number 46, Tataha Anima Adi Pradhurbhavaha Kaya Sampat Tata Dharman Abhiga. Actually, it is Dharma Anabhighataha. We need to change this Srijit. Okay? Dharma Anabhighataha. Okay. Tataha means from that. Anima is Adi means there are supposed to be 8 Ashtasiddhis. Anima, Garima, Mahima, Laghima, it goes on like that. And Hanuman is supposed to have had the Ashtasiddhis. Okay. So Anima means you can become as small as you like. Mahima means you can become as big as you like. You know, Hanuman could become as small as you want and as big as you want. And Mahima, then Laghima is you become as light as you want. Garima means you become heavy as you want. And there are, I cannot remember all of them. Oh, okay, you have it over there. Prakamya means you can reach anything. The 5th one, let's see what we have over there. Okay, so Prapti means you can reach anywhere. Prakamya means you can achieve all desires. Ishatva means ability to create anything. Vashitva means ability to control, you know, everything. And so we have covered ability to walk anywhere is what Vyasa says. Okay, and Garima is becoming heavy. So all of that we have covered. So these abilities come, and this part of a sutra over here can be understood in Kaya Sampat Tatha. It could be understood as Kaya Sampat means these are abilities of the physical body, and Tata, you can think of it as Dharman Abhigataha or Dharma Anabhigataha. So if a person is dharmic, they will not hurt the dharmic process, and it could be read both ways. So we don't know which one it is, but both make sense that, you know, for you to be able to, if you think of dharma as the nature of things, then you go outside the nature of what normal things are. But I think in this case, it means dharma anabhighataha, because the cosmic flow, if it gives you the siddhis, it's all in order to fulfill your dharma. So it should be read as dharma anabhighataha. Okay, abhighata means to hurt, anabhighata means not to hurt dharma. Sutra number 47, Rupa Lavanya Balavajra Sahananitvani Kaya Sampat. Kaya Sampat means Sampat means wealth or something of value. Kaya is of the body. Or what is of value or a wealth of the body is to have a form that is lavanya. Rupa means form. Lavanya means looking good. Bala means strong. Bala Vajra means like strength of a thunderbolt. Actually, no. Vajra is strength. Bala is strength. Vajra Sahanatvani. And in other words, you have the ability to withstand a thunderbolt. Okay, that kind of strength can come as the Kaya Sampat. By the way, actually, I'm going to mention to you over here. There used to be a Swamiji in New York, a person called Swami Bua. And this person, he was a Hatha Yogi, and he came to the US in 1970 or so. And he came because he had done enough Hatha Yoga abilities where his physical strength was so huge that he could hold a high level of electrical conductivity without him feeling the shock and getting this thing. And this was something that was witnessed by the Chief Justice of New York State and some other prominent people when he was demonstrating in Switzerland. And so they actually wrote to the US government and brought him to the US as on a special category of getting green card. And that's how he came. He's no longer there. He passed away a few years back in India. Anyway, so the next is Sutra number 48. Grahana Swarupa Asmita Anvaya. Grahana Swarupa Asmita Anvaya Arthatva Samyamat Indriya Jayaha. So Grahana means to grasp. Grahana Swarupa, you grasp your inner self. And along with that, you're able to have Asmita means experience yourself. And if you look at the association between grasping your inner self and experiencing it, and from there you look for the meaning in the Samyama process, you're able to have conquer the senses. That is what is Indriya Jayaha. You can conquer the senses. Tato, from that, Sutra number 49, Mano Javitvam. Mano Javitvam means you can at the speed of the mind. Mano Javitvam, with the speed of the mind, Vikarana Bhavaha. Vikarana means, Vishesha Karana means in a very special kind of an instrument. Bhavaha, like in the nature of that feeling of that a special instrument. Pradhana Jayaha. Pradhana means in the yogic system, Pradhana is understood as Prakriti or the cosmic nature. So you can even conquer Prakriti. So that is what this says as a result of this. So, and then the Sutra number 50, Sattva Purusha Anyatha Khyati Matrasya Sarva Bhava Adhishthatritvam Sarva Jnatritvam Cha. Sarva Jnatritvam means knowing everything. Sarva Bhava Adhishthatritvam means to be able to control all kinds of bhava is what your emotions, your thinking, all of them, all your thoughts, to be able to have control of all of them. How does that come? It comes only, Matrasya means only, and how does it? Sattva Purusha Anyatha Khyati. Khyati means to understand, Anyatha means as different. Sattva Purusha. The Sattva Purusha knowing as something that is different. Only with that you can have all of this knowledge. In this understanding, we should understand Sattva Purusha is understood to mean God. That is by knowing God as different from everything you see within over here, only by that you can have complete knowledge of everything and complete control over all your thinking, thoughts, and your orientations. And this concept, we have to understand, is very much a theistic concept. And the word Sattva Purusha used in the Yoga Sutra is equivalent to Ishvara. And the third word that Patanjali will use is in chapter 4 called Prabhu. These are the 4 words used for God. Now let's go to Sutra number 51. Tata Vairagyat api dosha bija chaye kaivalyam. You have complete knowledge by understanding that, and remember in the first sutra, first chapter, Patanjali tells you God, Ishvara, is the source of the ultimate knowledge, right? So you can have ultimate knowledge by understanding Ishvara as different from you, which means you surrender to the Lord and you get that. And once you have complete infinite knowledge, tata vairagya, of that you have complete dispassion. You don't care about it. Api also. Dosha bija chaye. So the seed of dosha means impurity or blemish. Chaya is to disintegrate or to dissolve. That is the state of kaivalyam. Kaivalyam is a very interesting word. We have seen this before in chapter 2 too. Kaivalyam means, keval means alone or separate or unique. So kaivalyam is the state of uniqueness, or the correct translation would be the being alone in isolation, kind of, or unaffected by anything. Okay, unaffected by anything. That is the state of kaivalyam, and you call that liberation. So the kaivalyam is the state of ultimate liberation because you're affected by nothing. So people often, when they say kaivalyam, they equate it to the word moksha or liberation. Okay. So now sutra number 52. Sthani upani mantrane sangasmaya karanam puna anishta prasangat. Anishta means unwanted. Prasangat means association. And puna means again. And when do you get again unwanted association? When sthani upanimantrane sangasmaya karanam. Sthani means a person who is in a high position. Upanimantrane, that person in a high position invites you, and smaya means, a sense of I am a great person kind of feeling that you get. So if you feel I am a great person, and a person, because somebody of a very high level is recognizing you and elevating you as a very great person, and if you have that pride, the feeling that comes, smaya means pride that comes to you, that will lead again to an unwanted association. Chanatata kramayoho samyamat vivekajam jnanam. When you learn to live one moment at a time, chana means every moment, tata kramayoho, in sequence of every moment when you're living in, and your samyama is your samyama means to be able to do the dharana, dhyana, samadhi, which means you're fully integrated in the state of samadhi, and at every moment you're living in the sequence of that moment. That is the one where you have the highest level of realization. Vivekajam jnanam. From there comes the highest level of discrimination, and the discriminative knowledge comes from there. Jati lakshana deshaihi anyatha anavichedat tulyoho tata pratipatti. Pratipatti is considered the highest level of knowledge closest to God. And what is the nature? How does that come? Or from this vivekajam jnanam, with that highest discriminative knowledge, you're able to have Jati lakshana deshai anyatha anavichedat tulyoho. In other words, without any association with the nature of the, but looking at the nature of the birth, lakshana is indicators, and the desha is the place of birth, and jati is the nature of the birth. Without looking into it, anyatha anavichedat. That means you don't even need anything. You have, without having to focus anywhere on the nature of birth. You see, normally when you do samyama, you focus on the nature of something, and that's how you get knowledge of that. When you don't need to focus anywhere and you can know anything you want, that is the state of the highest level of knowledge of pratipatti. And then sutra number 55 is probably the, there's one more. Tarakam sarva vishayam sarvatha vishayam akramancha iti vivekajam jnanam. So we will deal with this sutra and the next sutra together next time, and we'll complete chapter 3. It's already past 7 o'clock, so we will close over here. Namaste everyone, and see you all tomorrow. So I will be in, we'll continue with this tomorrow and see you all tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure.
Dr. Rajan.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan.
Good night, yoga family. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.